I think the leadership role will be largely French. Yes, they can do more. Germany is certainly willing to do more, and I think Germany is more comfortable doing it with France than it is doing it on its own. But Germany has big hurdles to overcome. Those hurdles are partly in its strategic culture. Germany has, since World War II and for historical reasons, developed a very deep-seated pacifist culture. Citizens are regarded, soldiers are regarded as citizens in uniform. And I talked to the Parliamentary Commissioner for the Armed Forces a few weeks ago at a Friends of Europe conference, and he said, if we ever have to use our military at all, that's a complete failure. But that's not quite how the French see it. The French are much more comfortable with the regular use of military power to achieve security policy and foreign policy objectives. So the Germans have a big revolution still to make in their strategic culture in order to work more closely with the French. They must also accept that if they're going to produce more weapons together, the French must be free to sell them to their clients without having to subject themselves to German restrictions on exports to countries which Germany think doesn't meet their human rights standards or whatever, which has been a real obstacle. Also, the French must be guaranteed, if they are pooling and sharing equipment, that they can actually call on it when they need it. Because in the case of the Libya intervention in 2011, Germany did not support that intervention, abstained at the United Nations, and even though the intervention had European Union and NATO backing, when the French said, we want to use the NATO AWACS surveillance planes for the operation in Libya, the Germans, where the planes are based, the Germans said, well, you can use the planes, but you can't use our crews. And frankly, unless Germany is willing to say automatically, of course, you can export the equipment we build together, and of course, you can use the equipment that we pool together, then defense cooperation will never get off the ground.